got a reason to believe your time has come, and you better hold out for number one. Even if the odds they don't add up, you know you'll find your strength and rise above. Now you're ready to win when the game begins. There's no time to lose, I'll say it again. If you don't watch out, they might call your bluff and draw you out when the feeling comes on. When the feeling comes, oh, and you're feeling like once too many is twice not enough. If it's too easy, you might get stuck. Once too many or twice not enough. You're dancing with the devil, there's no way but down. You're looking out through a stranger's eyes. You can picture the scene, there's no disguise. If you're gonna run with a brave at heart, you gotta find your strength and rise above all. And rise above. Oh, and you're feeling like once too many is twice not enough. If it's too easy, you might get stuck. Once too many or twice not enough. You're dancing with the devil, there's no way out. Once too many is twice not enough. If it's too easy, you might get stuck. Once too many or twice not enough. You're dealing with the devil, there's no way but down. Oh, and you're feeling like once too many is twice not enough. If it's too easy, you might get stuck. Once too many or twice not enough. You're dancing with the devil, there's no way out. Once too many is twice not enough. If it's too easy, you might get stuck. Once too many or twice not enough. You're dealing with the devil, there's no way but down. You got a reason to believe your time has come, and you better hold out for number one.
Oh, we're going to hold out for number one, and number one is Mr. Cory Coons tonight on the Hoomagoo. Thanks, buddy, for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Tom. It's great to be here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I just love that tune. Once too many, twice not enough. And my friend Cory, he's up coming in from Canada tonight, Ontario. And what's the weather like up there? It's getting cold my way in Milwaukee.
Oh, it's been cold. We had a deep freeze here for the last few days. It kind of warmed up today a little bit, but it's going to get cold on the weekend again.
Yeah, I was talking to Jackie from across the board last weekend, and she was at some ski, Blue Mountain it was, and it was like minus 25, and that was like normal up there for everybody. So thanks again for coming on the Hoomagoo, Cory, and your heartwarming music you got. I was reading your bio, Styx, REO. I can hear all that guitar work in your classic music you got, my friend.
Well, thanks so much. That's a big part of my influences, the very melodic rock and sound of the 70s and 80s. That was a big influence on me, so hopefully that stuff kind of makes its way in and out of the music, which is very cool.
Yeah, and I got hooked up with you guys, and God bless MTS Records and Michael Stolfer. And let's tell us a little bit about Long Road, Dead Man's Dream, and your latest CD, and then we got some other tracks coming up too tonight.
Yeah, Long Road, Dead Man's Dream. That's the first song on the new album, The Long Road Home. So that's kind of your rocker tune, basically. kind of the fast pace of progress, I guess, kind of thing. And if you're going to use a metaphor for that one, or driving down the road of progress, I guess, sort of thing. So it's kind of what that entails. And very guitar-driven melodic rock song, and I'm pretty proud of that. And that kind of encompasses, I think, the whole sound of the record. With really cool guitars. My friend Mark Muir from Cornwall, Ontario, helped me with the record a lot, with a lot of lead guitar and stuff. And of course, I did a lot of most of the rhythm stuff on all the record, and the acoustic stuff, and even a little solo here and there I did. So, but Mark was a big part of that with his very melodic lead guitar playing, which is just brilliant. So.
You have that happy type. I don't know how to explain it, but when I first heard you, that ching, it's just really a cool sound, Cory, that you come across with all your tracks. The one I really love to crank all the time is 7 Year Itch, and they all got that. What makes that compare? Is it less bass, more? I'm a fan of music, so I just love to ask these questions.
Well, thanks very much. That's a great compliment. I'm not sure what one ingredient that would be. I think I just really like to try to convey a positive message in most of the songs I write. Of course, some songs that I've written over the years have been kind of personal too, about family members and my parents who have both passed away now. So, there's a few things that are a little more melancholy, but for the most part, telling a good story and trying to keep a positive message and, just hopefully relatable for people,
Yeah. Tell us a little bit how the band started, your little influence, how it all came for you, and then we'll get back to some tracks for everybody.
Well, I started way back in my teens. My early teens is kind of when I got into music. I started as a bass player here in Ontario, and when I went to high school, joined up with some friends of mine, and we put together some little bands in high school and did the talent shows and those sorts of things. And I played bass, and then right out of high school, within a year or so after I left high school, went on the road with a band in Ontario here, from Cornwall, Ontario. Back in the day, they were called Heads or Tails, and we kind of did the Northern Ontario sort of, touring in the wintertime, which was interesting enough. So I think we kind of got close to maybe your neck of the woods. I think we got to the Minnesota area. I remember crossing over from Northern Ontario into Minnesota for a little excursion we did at one time or something, and not to play per se, but just kind of, we were out kind of roaming around and stuff. But yeah, so then, through the 90s, I toured with a band, like I said, in Northern Ontario, and then I went to the States with a different group later in the 90s, and I traveled all through the Southeast with, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, doing retro rock covers with a band at that point, and playing all the colleges and the frat houses and that sort of stuff, and did that for most of the year of 98, and then kind of got off the road with those guys. And then coming into the 2000 era, started really heavily working on my own music, and put together first classic rock band I had was called Cory Coons of my own, which is like a classic rock sort of feel to it, and released a couple albums, independent records with that group name, and then just kind of forged myself on just using my own name as a solo artist from then on, from about 2004, I guess, until up to now, and released a few records throughout the 2000s, and then now the latest one's called The Long Road Home.
It's that classic rock stuff that we come from. That's the bright light that I hear with your acoustic, the little sticks and little super tramp, and you got that. That's what I'm kind of digging when I hear your sounds. It's still alive, your music. It's coming out now, but it's got that old school feeling that brings it right out into home for me.
Thanks a lot, man. That's a big compliment, and that's definitely, I think, where my roots are for sure. And you talk about that kind of stuff, and it's still out there. I just got the new Styx record, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The Mission, it's called, and it's like a concept record. Oh my goodness, just it's just like old Styx on it, just with the new twist. It's amazing. So that stuff is alive and well.
Well, there's so much music out there, and I'm blessed to be able to provide this to people, and it's all been provided by me, and I would have this. You wouldn't hear this on Main Street Radio. My gosh, no. I cannot imagine the music that they have today when they have the Grammys and their big record of the year. I'm sorry. They ask me about my show, and I go, yeah, I got beats, but it comes out as music.
That's
That's
right.
exactly the truth. There's no instruments. I'm sorry. No way. No how. I don't know. But I'm just blessed to be able to do this, provide this to everybody, and that's what I find when I listen to your stuff.
Well, that's great, and I appreciate all you do for independent artists like myself and playing our music, and it's amazing to have that support.
I'll tell you what. Let's go for it right now. Let's do your other latest single we have, Would You Stay, right now. Okay?
Sounds great. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Every little thing you do makes me take a different point of view without a reason. Would you stay? And it doesn't matter where I tread, 'cause you're always one step ahead. You spin me round, been dreaming only in my head. I can't live another moment when you're all I'm thinking about each day. And if we get to say good morning in the meantime, would you stay? Would you stay? Would you stay? Every little thing you do still reminds me of the simple truth. Got a reason? Would you stay? I don't believe that words betray all the same mistakes that we both made. Just for the record, we could throw them all away. I can't live another moment when you're all I'm thinking about each day. If we get to say good morning in the meantime, would you stay? Would you stay? Anyway. I can't live another moment when you're all I'm thinking about each day. If we get to say good morning in the meantime, would you stay? Would you stay? Oh, if they told you all the reasons why you'd be crazy to give it another try, would you stay? Would you stay? I drove for miles today, saw the sky was gray. When I turned up